Okay, fashion is supposed to be fun. Did you realize this? Because this is something that I think some of us need a little bit of help with. And today on the Yes, You Are Brave podcast, we have a wonderful guest. Jessica Renee is a personal stylist focusing on entrepreneurs and helping them to dress the part. She's here today to help us find confidence in our clothes. So let's go ahead and let's jump in and get started. Tell us just a little bit about yourself to start off with, would you, Jessica?
I would love to. Yes, my name is Jessica Renee. I am a personal stylist, wardrobe stylist, whatever you want to call it. I just really want to help women who have businesses, podcasts. I mean, basically any business that you have where you are client facing, customer facing, dress in a way that makes you feel beautiful, confident, stand in your authority so that you can shine as bright as you need to, so that you can call in the type of clients that you're looking for, and so that you feel comfortable every single day without the decision fatigue, like going in your closet, not knowing what to wear. You're just like, you're ready for the day. You don't even have to think about that. And that way you can tackle everything else that you need to do with it's like your kids, your husband, your spouse, work, whatever it is, helping you not make your outfit one more thing that you have to deal with.
And I love this because I feel like we've all had that experience where you go to the closet and you're just like, I don't know where all my money went or what's taking up all this space, but I have nothing to wear.
All the time. I hear that from my clients.
Yeah. So what just made you decide to go into styling? Like, where did that passion come from? I mean, I want to
So
talk more about styling later, but I also want to know about where did this come from for you?
Yeah, I actually have a degree in product development. So, I mean, I've loved styling myself since I was in middle school. And I realized that it was just like a really nice outlet, like a creative outlet for me of putting outfits together. And then I started getting a lot of positive reinforcement. So I would go to school and normally being bullied, people were like, or my peers were like, oh, I really like your outfit. Those are cool jeans. Where'd you get those? Whatever they're saying at 14 years old. And I was like, okay, what you wear really has an impact on how people perceive you and how you feel, because I felt good in my outfits. And I think that positive energy reflected. And then I was like receiving that same positive energy. I feel like I've always used it as like a creative outlet. I was the new kid a lot. I was bullied a lot in like elementary school. In middle school, I was always the new kid. And my mom started letting me buy clothes that I really liked, that I felt good in. And so I was expressing myself through my clothes, and I started getting a lot of positive reinforcement from my peers. And I was like, wow, what you wear really matters on how people look at you, the attention that you get. And fast forward into high school, I used to have these I still do, but I used to have these crazy dreams where I would have a closet full of clothes, or I'd put together this amazing outfit and then I'd wake up and I didn't own any of it. I was like, this is a beautiful dream turned into a nightmare. So I was sketching these clothes in my ROP or whatever in high school. And one of my friends was like, you should go to FIT'em. I was like, I don't know what that is. So I Googled it. I checked it out. It's the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandise. So I did their 3 days of fashion. I think it was my junior year in high school during summer. Fell in love. I was like, I get to go to school for clothes? This is insane. So I did that. And then I got my degree in product development. So I worked with Nordstrom's. I worked with J Brand. I worked with a men's activewear company called Rook Brand from a startup, which I loved. But what I knew in my heart is that I loved helping women feel beautiful no matter where they are in life. And I like working with women. I like working one-to-one, belly-to-belly with people. So I quit. I started bartending and then became a hairstylist. And I was like, hairstyling is so cool, but I still just love clothes so much. So then I was like, that's it. I'm going to become a personal stylist. And I just ran with it. I took a couple courses on educate myself. And it has been such a beautiful adventure to really all women are beautiful. And we just sometimes need help putting ourselves in a position where we can let our personal beauty shine. And so that's my goal, is to just allow everyone to be beautiful as they are and just help enhance that beauty.
That is, I love it. I love how it was not a straight shot either. I mean, I love those people that there's nothing wrong with knowing what you want and just going straight at it. But I feel like, I really love to hear those stories of like, oh no, it was over the river and through a couple sets of woods but you made it there and that's awesome. So what, and I love what you said earlier about standing in your authority. That and confidence if with your clothes. So how do you feel like, let me see where we want to start with this. Like, how do you feel like clothes can help you stand in your authority and help you have that confidence?
Yeah,
Start there.
it's actually insane. Like once you kind of have it mapped out, I don't know if you've ever put on a really good outfit, and it doesn't matter what the outfit is. It could be black tie, it could be boho, it could be rockabilly. It really doesn't matter what the actual outfit is. What matters is how you feel in the outfit. So when you put on an outfit and you walk by the mirror and you're like, damn, I look really good. That is how you should feel every single day when you get dressed. And it's not because you're following trends. It's not because you have like the most expensive wardrobe. It's literally just having clothes that you feel so good in and fit your body perfectly. And you're not buying things from influencers. Really, when you are so happy with yourself and how you're presenting yourself, you can accomplish anything. And the energy that you give off when you're in this type of outfit, this type of energy, what you reflect is what you're going to receive. So like that's so important. I mean, even for moms or like the everyday woman, but also entrepreneurs, we could go to the grocery store and you could wear your leggings and your workout outfit, or you could be like dressed in like your pajamas and you're like, shoot, I just got to run to the grocery store really quick. But if you're in your pajamas and you're going to the grocery store and you're like, don't look at me, I'm just here to get my stuff, I need to get out. Or you go to the grocery store and you're in an outfit that you feel good in, you're going to be seen. You're going to be talking to people. You can get your next client while standing in line paying for your produce. You know what I mean? So to just always put on an outfit that makes you feel beautiful, no matter what it is going to make you feel brave, strong, confident, and you're going to just attract all this positivity the whole entire day. But it shouldn't take 45 minutes to pick out an outfit. You should be able to go in your closet, 5 minutes, grab something and put it on. It shouldn't be like another decision that's going to take all this brain power, because as moms, as business owners, as wives, we have so much going on. We can't sift through a closet that's chaotic and be able to put something good together when we have everything else going on. You know what I mean? So we have to set ourselves up for success.
And how would you say that we set ourselves up for success like that? So like what are some, where do we even
Tangible?
start, I guess?
Yeah.
Setting ourselves up for success like that.
Okay. So if I was to go through my closet as a non-fashion person, just an everyday, I don't really know what's going on, this is the first thing I would do is take everything out, throw it on your bed, organized, on the hangers. That's fall and winter, because now we're going into spring, summer. So anything that's like dark blacks, like chocolate is okay still. We're weaning out of it, but it's okay still. So don't take this like as a demand. But like anything like dark washes, boot cut denim, black, dark colors, we just want to move that into our other closet or put it in a bin under the bed, whatever it may be, and just get that out. Second, go as you're going through each item. Is this spring, summer, or is this fall, winter? Is this in good condition? Is it really old? Does it still fit me? Do I even like this? Or is it just like memorabilia from my first boyfriend who bought it for me at a ball game? You know what I mean? That's okay to keep that stuff. Or it's like, my husband bought me this, 10 years ago on our first date. Keep it. That's amazing. But it doesn't need to be in your closet where you're shopping through it. It's like a boutique, like a personalized boutique. That's what your closet should be. So it shouldn't be in there. It should be in like a memorabilia box or in a B closet somewhere else that's not your main closet. So as you're going through this, get rid of things that you don't feel good in. If you're bypassing it every time you're looking through your closet, it's got to go. Bye. Love you. Thank you so much for what you gave me, but you got to go and be okay with letting it go. And if somebody gifted you a piece of clothing that you don't like, it is okay. I give you 100% permission to let it go. The gift was giving it to you. You received it. The gift is done. You don't have to keep those crazy pajamas that your mother-in-law gave you, the t-shirt that she picked up from, I don't know, Taiwan or something like that. Like, it's over. You can let it go. I give you the permission. We only want what's in our closet in the main section to be stuff that we're going to wear, stylish, to look cute. I just went over this with a client. She lives on a farm. So she has a huge closet. We got rid of all of her fall, winter clothes and put it into a different closet. So she had her spring, summer. But as we were going through it, she's like, this is my workout clothes. These are the clothes I wear on the farm when I'm doing like my chickens and stuff like that. So condensed one side of her closet to going out, seeing clients, date night with her husband, hanging out with the grandkids. And then the other part was farm life. And then below that was workout clothes. So that way, what am I doing today? I'm going to go on the farm. Okay, so just shop from the farm section. So really organizing it into your daily do's is going to help tremendously. That way you're not like, no, no, no. Also, if it doesn't fit you, if you're like trying to lose weight and the outfit doesn't fit, every single time you see that piece of clothing in your closet, you're going to remind yourself, nope, doesn't fit. Nope, haven't hit my goal yet. And that's such reinforcement for negative energy. So if it's a really nice high-end garment, keep it, put it in a box or a bin or in your bee closet away. You don't want to see that every day. Or if it's not, get rid of it, because when you hit your goal weight, when you've achieved what you want to achieve, you're going to go shopping. Let's be real. You're going to be like, let's go, let's dress this new body. You know what I mean? So just like be okay with getting rid of stuff.
I love the idea of just being okay getting rid of things, because I know that for a long time I was one of those people. It's like, oh, but this is from this and this is from that. Forget the fact that I had like 20 t-shirts. I don't even like traditional t-shirts, like the unisex I hate them. They look terrible on me. They're hot. They're sticky. And I had like so many of them. But it was free. Yeah. So I did finally a couple years ago let go of all the yucky t-shirts.
Good.
Not that they were yucky. They just, yeah. But I love that, letting go of those type of things. And seasons. I love the thing that you said about seasons as well, because like sometimes people want to give the advice of like, oh, if you haven't worn it in this amount of time, just get rid of it. But some of us live where there's seasons, and you can't always just get rid of, I can't afford to buy a new winter wardrobe every year.
No,
And,
totally.
Sometimes like this year, winter doesn't even show up. So there's clothes that I have, like winter clothes that I haven't worn in 2 years because it's not gotten cold enough. But they're still nice pieces, and they're still like, I would like to wear them, but it's just not cold enough. So I love the like, let's get seasons and shift the seasons.
And then too, like if you hold on to something, if you're like, okay, we've had some winter, I haven't worn this specific coat the last 2 winters, but it's still nice. Give yourself one more chance the next winter, fall, to be like, okay, if I don't wear it this season, then I really just don't care about it. But then you're mindful, like, am I going to wear it or am I not going to wear it?
Yeah. And I like that idea of like, okay, let's try this one more time. Because again, like I said, sometimes it's just like, we had maybe 5 days of winter this year. I didn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I have the opportunity to wear all my stuff.
Yeah, like I did have the chance to wear it. But I love that, the seasons and things that don't feel good, getting those out of your closet. Because I feel like that is something that is so frustrating, because, we don't like the flux of our bodies, but it happens.
It happens.
And so like feeling like, oh, I love that. The other thing I wanted to ask you about is like, I love this is where we start. And I love what you said about the shopping, the different do's. Like that's kind of I love that idea of like, these are my workout clothes and not having it all jumbled. Um, but the other thing I want to talk about is how do you feel like, what are your suggestions for finding like people that talk about dressing for our bodies and outfits we feel good in? How do you, what advice would you give to somebody who feels like they don't know what their style is or what makes them happy? Like, how do we find that style, those outfits that make us feel really good? Like, what are your suggestions for that?
So I tell my clients to perhaps find like a celebrity who you can resonate with body type wise and style wise. So for me, I love Hailey Bieber and I also love Victoria Beckham. They're a bit different, but I just think they're both amazing with what they wear. So finding somebody who has a similar body type to you, who whose outfits you think look really nice, and then you can look on Pinterest like Hailey Bieber street style, and then look on Pinterest and see what her outfits are. And then you could start pinning ones that you really like and look through it, and you're going to find the cohesiveness of like, oh, okay, apparently I really like blazers over basic denim and like a nothingness shirt. You know what I mean? Or you're going to be like, I really like romantic boho dresses. So play with it, go on Pinterest, type in things. If you've seen like a barn jacket, they'd be like barn jacket street style and see all the ways that people are pairing it. And you could be like, oh, I really like this outfit. And then analyze why you like it. Maybe it's like a structured barn jacket paired with a lace skirt or something like that. So you're going to pair structure with um something delicate, but just be adventurous. And like Pinterest is the best tool in the whole wide world. Or go like any show you're watching and you're like, wow, her outfit is like like I really like what she's wearing. Then you can do a little bit more research and see what she wears on the daily, what her body type is, and kind of go from there. Or if you have any specific retailers that you love, like I love Zara, I love Free People, I love H&M. You can kind of look on there too and see what what the what the consistent pattern is for you. Because there's always going to be one. There's always going to be one where you have like a certain style that you love. For me, it's like edgy, glam. I love like big jewelry. I love statement colors. I love blazers. Like to me, put a blazer on anything. I could be in pajamas. You put a blazer on it. I'm like, this is a date night outfit. You know what I mean? But it's all about you and what feels good to you. So just really start playing around and examining. And if you're going shopping, if you're going to stores, just try it on. Like play, dress up, put on some music, take 30 minutes away from the family or work or whatever it may be, and just go play dress up in your closet. Just try it on and see what do you like, what do you feel good in, and then take note on that.
I love that finding somebody that okay, I want to look like that. And I love what you said about that has your similar body type. Because I feel like sometimes there are certain things that we want to, how do I say that? Like certain outfits or styles or things that you're like, I really like the way that looks, but on me, it don't look like that on me. It's just,
100%. And a way to relate it is hair. I have clients that used to text me, I really like this hair color. And they would send me a picture and you can barely even see the hair. I'm like, do you like the hair color or do you like her face? You know what I mean? Because I actually can't even see the color of her hair. And so you have to think like, just because this cute little influencer is wearing something that's put together and looks good on her, it doesn't mean it's going to work for you. And I love influencers in fashion for inspiration, but it's like
Mhm.
you cannot just shop based on influencers' fashion because what looks good on them probably will not feel comfortable for you. Doesn't mean it's not going to look good on you, but it's you're inspired by that and so you buy it, but then you don't have anything to wear with it in your closet. It doesn't feel comfortable on you. You don't know how to style it. And then you just give up on fashion because you're like, screw it, I can't wear anything that they wear, and you put yourself in this negative category that you don't deserve to be in.
Yeah. And I feel like I've been there a lot. Sometimes I'm just like, forget this. Just give me like a bunch of t-shirts that are all different colors and we'll just, um, yeah. So I love that. And how do we, how do you find, like, I guess I know a lot of it is trying things on and stuff like that, but how would you, where would you tell somebody to start with like finding something that works for their body? Like, because like sometimes you're just like, yeah, I've got to try it, but I don't have the time to try like 80 different styles. How do I find one a look that's gonna look good on me? Is there any tips
I
that you
mean,
have for that?
hire a stylist, but if you can't, then just remember fit is about, or like style is about proportion. So if you're going
Uh-huh.
to talk about your body type, then you want to see what are the parts of your body that you love, that you like to show off. What are the parts of your body that you like to hide? And then we want so the hourglass body shape is the most sought after because the shoulders and the hips are proportional and then the waist goes in. So like to our eye, that's very aesthetically pleasing. So if you have broad shoulders and narrow hips, then you want to be less on top and more on bottom. You want to create bulk on the bottom because your hips are smaller than your shoulders. If you have wide hips and narrow shoulders, you want to go more basic on the bottom and add volume to the top. So that way you're always creating this hourglass shape. And then even if you have, like if you carry weight in your stomach, still the smallest part of your stomach, which could be like the bottom of your rib cage, perhaps, you want to accentuate that. Doesn't need to be super tight, but you can still allow for fabric breakup or add in a chain belt or a regular belt or something. But wherever one garment or one fabric or one color or one pattern stops and another one starts is where your eyes are going to go to. So you always want to make sure that's a part of your body that you love. Maybe it's like the thinnest part of your body, but really creating portions. And then unfortunately for me and anybody else who is straight, we're like your shoulders, your waist, and your hips are all the same. You can't really create an hourglass, but you can play around. So for me, I'll do like a more casual bottom and then I'll just go crazy on the top or vice versa. So you can pick and choose. But as long as you put on an outfit and you're like, do I look balanced? Are my shoulders and my hips relatively taking up the same amount of space? And then wherever my garment is switching, is that the smallest part of my body that I want people to see?
It's
Like making sure your shoulders and your hips are proportional and then your waist being emphasized as the smallest part of your body. That's it. Just look in the mirror. I saw this gorgeous lady the other day and she was big breasted, broad shoulders, and she was wearing just like a regular white t-shirt. It was like a little bit oversized, which is fine. But then she was wearing these teeny tiny little capri pants. So it made her look like, let's give a weird example, like an elephant standing on a stool. You know what I mean? Where it's like, it's just too much up top and it's not balanced on the bottom. So had she worn like a tighter tank top or even a V-neck and some bell-bottom pants, it would have proportioned her a lot better because she's heavy on top. So she needs to create bulk on the bottom and vice versa.
that's great advice, because I think sometimes you're just like, it's very easy for me at least to know like this is what's wrong. Like this is not right. But it's also sometimes I'm like, I know it's wrong, but I don't know how to fix it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think that's great advice of creating the balance in between. Um, so then what would you tell if you could have everybody know one thing about fashion and clothes and in regards to confidence, what would it be?
It's supposed to be fun. You're dressing yourself. Like it's the one thing you have to wear every single day is clothes. Unfortunately, we cannot walk around buck naked. So take the time to figure out what you look good in. And especially for business owners, we spend so much money on our logo, on our website, on education and all this, but like you are the face of your business and people love you because of who you are. So taking that time to really invest in learning about your style, maybe hiring a stylist or going shopping is an investment that's going to continue to pay you back because of how you're going to feel, how you're going to come off to other people. And remember when you're a kid and you like played, you're like 6 or 8 and you play dress up and you're trying on all these clothes and you're like, my daughter comes in and she's wearing this outfit and I'm like, whoa, that is a situation, but she feels so damn good in that outfit. We need to get back to the root of that. We need to try things on. We need to not put ourselves out of the box because we're not the right shape, because we're too young, because we're too old, because we're not as tan as we want to be, because like whatever. Women create so many rules for ourselves for no freaking reason. And it shouldn't be that way. Like be carefree, be excited, be creative, and put on something that makes you feel good and don't give a flying F about what anybody else thinks. Because when you feel so good in how you look, in what you wear, in a lipstick color, in a papa shoe, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. They're going to feel this energy and be like, damn, I wish I was that confident. No one's going to be like, oh, look at this happy, stylish woman in some weird ass pants. No, they're going to be like, there is some magnetic energy about her. And also how cool that she feels so confident to wear a pair of like bright red bell bottoms, for instance. You know what I mean? So just be okay, be brave and wear what you want to wear because you like it. You only have one life. So why like fit in the box of what you think you're supposed to wear when you could just be free and creative and go balls to the wall? Is that helpful?
That is helpful. I love that. I love what you say. Like people don't, it is the confidence that like you see and that and that you admire, even if you don't like somebody's clothes, you know what I mean? You're right. Cause it's not like, oh, that's how hideous. It's like, oh yeah, no, that I wouldn't wear it, but she's wearing it so well. And I wish I was that brave to wear whatever it is that I want. So I love that idea of just wearing what you want, what makes you feel good. Um, and so like, and the rules, I love what you said about that. We make up all these rules.
We
Who
do.
decided these are the rules?
I can't wear gold and silver. Says who? No one, it's not a law. You wear whatever you want to wear, you know?
Yeah. And I love that. Like, it was just, there's nobody keeping track. There's nobody keeping score. Um, I love that just being bold enough to wear whatever you want and to try things makes me think of a couple years ago after my mom's, all my mom's sisters are gone. And after the last one died, my mom decided that they had all talked about trying a pixie cut and nobody had ever done it. And so my mom, like, my sister-in-law took her down and like they went and she like got a pixie cut because she's like, I feel bad that like we never tried it. We were going to do it together and now they're all gone. And so she like now actually has a pixie cut. She's kept it. But for
I
like,
bet it looks
because they're sisters,
awesome. And she felt so
it
good.
does. It looks really good and it's, um, helps her feel confident. But I love that just like being confident and getting rid of the rules for ourselves and
Stand
the
out. Don't like,
expectations.
don't be afraid to be different. Blending in is like the
Yeah.
worst thing that you can do for yourself. Truly.
I agree. But how would you tell somebody like who's not used to standing out? How do we make that transition to like, oh, this is what I want to wear, but it scares the crap out of me. So how do we get there to where being bold enough to like wear those
That's a really good
things?
question. I would do one little piece at a time. So maybe find like a super cool jacket or it's spring, summer. Okay. So find a funky pair of earrings or like a bold necklace and just start there. Or maybe some cool shoes that you're like, oh my gosh, if my friends saw me wear these shoes, they would think I'm losing it, and wear them anyway. And wear them with an outfit that's like, your normal attire that you wear on repeat and just try with the pop of whatever you choose. But just like pick one little piece to just start edging yourself over the line. Because once you start getting compliments, you're going to wear the damn shoes or the lipstick or the earrings and people are going to be like, Oh, that looks really cool. Oh, I love those. Where did you get that? Oh, how fun are those shoes? And then you're going to get the confidence and it's going to start to build. And then you can keep the shoes and then add a different shirt or some fun pants and just kind of slowly work it's really just confidence. Like once you start getting compliments from other people, it's like game over. You can dress in a disco outfit and it doesn't matter because you're going to have that confidence. You know what I mean? So just start really slowly, but push yourself like just a bit over the edge.
Yeah, I love that pushing just a little bit. Start slow and push just a little bit. Um, I love that idea of pushing yourself just a little bit outside. And as if I'm a former teacher, and so like there is actually a word for that, but like, just barely outside of where you're comfortable. I love that.
Exactly.
Um, and where would you any shopping tips for like finding and I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it's just hard to know where to shop and what to, especially since I live in a very small town and there's not a
Online.
lot of options.
Online. I literally shop online 99% of the time. But you could go in a store and try something on, like, okay, go into a really nice store. Maybe just a Nordstrom's or I
Yeah.
will, gosh, it could be anywhere. But I would go like a little bit more higher end than what you're going to buy and just try it on
Hmm.
because the fit is going to be right. And then go home, like take a picture of it or something like that. And then go home and Google. I have a barn jacket staring at me right now. So I'm just going to keep using that reference. But then go home and Google barn jackets and see which one is in your price range. And then go to Pinterest and type in barn jacket street style. And it's going to give you tons of ways that women are wearing this specific item. And you can be like, oh, wait, I have pants that look similar to that. Or, oh, with a lace skirt, that actually, I would love to wear that. And then you also order a lace skirt. And then you get it and you just try it on. And that's it. You just find pieces that you think are cool. You see somebody with, again, red bell bottom. I'm literally wearing red bell bottoms right now. So you see somebody with red bell bottoms and you're like, those are rad. I want to try those. Google red bell bottoms and then go to Pinterest, red bell bottom street style to see how to put an outfit together. And then just try it on. Walk around your house for a while. See how you feel when you look past the mirror. See how you feel when you're wearing it. And then just kind of repeat that pattern.
I love that. And I guess you have to become really comfortable sending things back if we're going
Yeah,
to do all this
I
online
don't
shopping.
care. The people who are doing the returns and the receiving, they don't own the
Uh-huh.
store. You know what I mean? They don't care.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It's like, yeah, it's like returning food. When you order something and it comes out wrong and you're like, oh, I feel bad. Like the server doesn't give a shit. They didn't make the food. Also, the cook doesn't really care either. They're like, oops, I'm a human. I made a mistake. So send it back. You're paying for it and get something that you like. And 90% of these fashion influencers that you follow on social media are buying thousands of dollars worth of stuff, trying it on, posting about it, and then returning that. Or they're getting it for free. But it's okay to return stuff. Honestly, it's okay. No one's going to be like,
I love that.
oh man, here's Michelle again, buying $500 worth of stuff and returning $200. We just can't appreciate it. You know what I mean? Like you're supporting their
Yeah.
store. So it's okay. It's okay to return it. You're not going to get a dark star or something.
Dexter. I love that. And I love just, finding little things and little pieces and then turning your closet into a place you like to
A
be.
personalized
And
boutique. Just for you.
yes, personalized boutique. That is
What your closet should be. Not a Forever 21. Like a personalized boutique.
what? We shouldn't just buy the whole store. That's totally that's fair. Yeah. All right. I love that. And I love that you are out there on a mission to help people feel good in their clothes because I feel like when we agree that when we feel good, there is this, you're right, there's this energy, there is this confidence, there is a lot of things are a little easier. And it's not so much about what other people think, it's about what we really like
Yes.
and what we really find fun.
Dare to be
So
different. Dare to stand out. Dare to inspire. You're putting on an outfit, you're inspiring other people around you to do the same. You're giving them permission by living in your mission, in your purpose, in your happiness, in your creativity. You're giving other people permission to do the same thing. And God or source or whoever you believe in didn't put you on this planet to follow suit. They put you here to live out something that's specific for you, and how you style yourself, how you show up every single day is a huge part of that.
I love that. I love that. Dare to inspire and give people permission to live and dress the way that also makes them. Because that's the thing that I love about this conversation is that it's one of those things that just because I feel good doesn't mean you have to feel bad. Like there's room for all of us to lift up and all of us to feel good in our bodies and in our clothes, and nobody has to lose.
100%.
That's what I really love about these type of conversations is like, it's fine. I'll dress boho and you dress edgy and you dress in grunge. I don't understand it, but it's cool. And let's.
It's like when somebody eats a piece of chocolate cake and they're like, you love chocolate cake, and they're like, chocolate cake. And you're like, perfect, more for me. Someone has to eat vanilla.
Right?
It's not going to be me, but someone needs to, because there's always something for somebody else. There's a type of tea for everybody, and it doesn't have to be the same. It's literally the same with clothes.
I love that. I love that so much. And thank you for the work that you're doing and being inspiring and stuff. If somebody wants to work with you, how would they do that?
Yes. Find me on Instagram. It's Jessica Renee, RENEE _style. And then if you mention your podcast, then I will give you a 30-minute free body assessment consultation just to kind of figure out where you need to go from where you are at. Just make sure you mention the podcast, and I'd be happy to do that for you guys. But Instagram is going to be the best way, and have all the resources from there.
Awesome. Fantastic. And in case you didn't catch that, you're not as quick on the uptake like I am, we will put it in the show notes.
Thank you.
I'm not
my ADD.
Anything with spelling, it takes my brain like 8 times longer than I think it should. But we will put the link in the show notes so that they can just click on it and find you easily.
Thank you.
Because I think that it is great that, people sometimes we do need a little help in figuring out what looks good, what doesn't look good, and having somebody that can be honest, kind, but honest about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yes, you can wear that. Okay, now I have the permission. It's like, it's so strange. Sometimes you just need the permission,
Yeah, it's so true. And I love that you're giving people permission to do that and step into their power and their authority. Any last final thoughts that you wanted to share before we close out?
Just don't be afraid to try it on. That's it. Just try the dang thing on and see how you feel. See if your energy shifts. That's it. And don't be afraid. Be brave.
I love it. Because there's no harm in trying it, right?
No.
Just try it.
Pour a glass of wine, turn up your music, and dress up in your room and say, guess what? Mommy needs some time. Or if you're not a mom, then girlfriend needs some time. Just enjoy yourself. It's supposed to be fun. Fashion is supposed to be fun.
I love that. It's supposed to be fun, and let's let it be fun.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here for this conversation. Like I said, we'll link those in the show notes, and thank you so much.
Okay, we'll be in touch. Have a great day.